Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Sherm. Okay, Sherm, exactly. We're here at the Skillet Cafe at the Trenton Talks local sports podcast. Going to introduce our guys.
My name is Kyle. My name is Sean.
Nah, it's chill.
There we go. So, question was the challenges of creating one AAU program in Trenton, New Jersey. So I decided I'll start first with that. There's a lot of challenges with it. It's not that it can't be done. You know, it's been done forever. You know, like you had NJABC. They formed with East Coast Elite and became We Are One. You know, so it can be done, and that was one of the best mergers of all time, I believe. You know, what that did for this area was crazy. So it definitely can be done, but the challenge that you do face is, you know, a lot of people build up a brand, right? You build up a brand, you've been doing it. You have GymWork, you have NJE, Made Different, TB Media. You have a lot of brands, Trenton Talks. You know, so when it comes down to that, do you really, it ain't that you want to sacrifice what you built up. You know, it's not that. But the problem is everyone has to see the same goal. You know, we all believe in our ability to do something. Everyone believes in their ability. Oh, by the way, shout out Trenton Talks, 5 years. Sweet. Meant to throw that in there. But everyone has built up their own thing. And we have to all be on the same page when it comes down to branding. You know, it's like, okay, we build one team. What are we going to call it? We're going to call it GymWork. We're going to call it Made Different. You know, so they've been building up their Made Different. The Chew's been building up the GymWork. So can we just put that all aside? Now, I believe if you don't necessarily always have to have it a branding thing, in my opinion, because the age group that they coach, I don't coach. Mm-hmm. The age group that they coach, I don't coach. Mm-hmm. The age group I coach, they don't coach. Mm-hmm. You know, all our other programs. So it's always can be done. But it's a matter of, again, everyone being on the same page, everyone not being selfish with it, everyone really wanting to fight. Like, we've been having conversations since when the mic was off, about all the good things and all the things that it does take. And it does take a lot. You know, we would all have to put our bread, our knowledge, our everything on the table. You know, you got to put down 10. You got to put down 10. I got to put down 10. Kyle got to put down 10. We had to put down 40,000 just to start it. Now, am I about to invest 40,000 and it's not solely on me? I got to rely on the next person. I don't really necessarily want to do that. Now, if these two are brothers. These motherfuckers would do it together. They're brothers. They've been together. They grew up together. So them taking the 20,000 and start their own shit, easy. Me and Nas, we're not related to them. We and Nas not related. So now I got to say, hey, Nas, let me get 10,000. I got 10,000. We're going to start this team. But then I get on my bullshit. Buses excluded. I get on my bullshit. Now Nas stuck with that bill. He's stuck with having to handle that. That's the main problem. It's everyone having to be together. We haven't grown. We've been around each other with this shit, but we haven't grown business-wise with each other long enough for it to say it's going to be easy. You know, everyone put in the same amount of money, but not the same amount of effort, or everyone put in the same effort, not the same amount of money. That's the main problem. That's really what then it becomes parents. You know, parents have issues with a parent have issue with me, a parent have issue with him, a parent have issue with him. We all have a different issue. So now you have all of that. So that's mainly the problem when it comes to it. But again, it's not that it's not worth a try. Again, I believe the city should take on that obligation. The city takes on the obligation and then bring in the coaches, opposed to the coach is saying, look, we got to put all this shit together. Let the city fund it. Let the city do everything. And then the worst case scenario, they bring in who they deem as possible, and we all work towards that. That's how I feel about it.
I mean, I'll speak on that, too. I think, like, this year we actually kind of, like, attempted to do, like, a little merger thing, like, from us with Made Different with NJE. 17U-wise, like, I tried it, right? Like, Sherm, they did our little first thing, and then after a while, it was like, you know what? Sherm's doing 17U. So any kid that reached out to me 17U-wise, I'm sending them to Sherm. Like, and people don't know that, but like that's just how we work. And like even with that, we feel like we still like united, still together, because you're still sending kids to other programs. So I mean, for us, Sherm kind of hit everything, like every spot of it, you know, financially, from the branding aspect, like everybody works on their thing. But if all things go well, y'all just wait on it. It'll be here soon.
I'm gonna answer. They did the political answer.
Yeah, I ain't with all the political correct.
I'm gonna give the non-political answer. But no, they touch on everything they said was right. Because I definitely dealt with that, trying to merge with a few people, and it just did. Everything they said as far as money, and combining and trying to be on the same page is difficult. But egos. That's egos, like grown men egos.
Amen.
That's what I saw. I've only been in this game for about maybe like 2-3 years. Bunch of egos. That's pretty much what I saw. So I know they could speak on the same thing as far as egos. That I'm gonna keep saying it because that's all I seen. Like people that I've looked up to growing up as a player, now coming as a coach, coming to them, asking them for pointers or help or, you know, certain situations. And it's like they would never give me the real answer, or they wouldn't give me the real knowledge because they ego in a way. They won't. It's kind of like they don't want you to go past them.
Word up.
Or it's like everybody wants the credit, and I'm gonna put myself on. I'm gonna put my right foot forward and say sometimes I felt that way. I'm not perfect, you know what I mean? Like I'm not about to do that, and but it's like that's my ego. Right. You know what I mean? Every human being has an ego. Woman, male, whatever. Everybody has ego, but it's like that's a major thing that's in the way. Egos, because we can all come together. Because a bunch of people do it. Philly do it.
New
York do it. Houston, Texas, everybody. California do it.
And them places actually got more AAU caliber players than we do, and they do it.
There you go. There you go with that fruit. But he's right though. He's right in a sense because they don't have a problem with doing it because they've been doing it for so long. Mm-hmm. Like think about this, right?
20 plus, 30 plus,
right?
40.
Think about this, right? So all the players that came through here didn't really come through here.
No.
Think about that.
They didn't. Still not coming through here.
They didn't come through here. They grew up here. Their address says Trenton. Mm-hmm. Their address says Ewing. Mm-hmm. Their address says Hamilton. Mm-hmm. But where did they have to go?
Philly, North Jersey.
So it's like it's kind of hard. And speaking from a player that I had a dream of making it. I couldn't do it around here. I had to go drive an hour away every day, every other day for practice. I had to catch trains to Philly, had to New York. So it's like I said, speaking from a player, speaking from a coach, it's still like that. Like the name, like we can say the names, Malachi, where he had to go.
Miles.
Davon Reed, Miles.
Yeah, absolutely.
E. Fannin. E. Fannin was inside in Trenton High.
For 2
Bruce
years.
Brittingham was in Trenton High.
For 2 years.
But once they left, Bruce, Division I basketball player, Division I football player. E. Fannin, Division I basketball player. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it feel like gatekeeping sometimes.
Yeah, definitely is.
It feel like gatekeeping, and that's just like I said. That's speaking from player and coach.
Yeah,
but that's I'm gonna touch on that ego part. I know Kyle. I know Kyle got something.
I'm itching. Honestly, like I think it's too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. That's a quote by my dad. You know, myself, Sean, Sherm, Nas, we all have the same vision. We all can get on board, and I wholeheartedly believe that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like everybody out here isn't in it for the same thing. And with the talent pool not being as deep as it once was or as deep as other cities, when you got 3 talented kids from one age group on one team, 2 talented kids from one age group on another team, 3 talented kids from one age group on another team, it starts to become watered down because what sense does it make if I have a 9th grade team that has 3 kids that maybe could play Division I basketball, but the other 7 are D3 players. Nas got 3 kids that can play Division I basketball in 9th grade, and the other 7 are D2 players. You know what I mean? And Sherm got 5. You know what I mean? If we combine forces, I feel like we could always compete with the other big cities, even though Trenton really isn't that big. But when you got 6 AAU teams and you got maybe 8 to 9 Division I caliber players in the county, it's never going to be possible. It's never going to be possible. And I feel like we got to have a discussion about what is everybody at the top who's a part of this, who's leading the charge. What are your goals? Because I feel like you got some people that are in it for monetary gain. I feel like you got people who are in it to really see the kids thrive and see the kids get to where they want to get with the game of basketball. And I feel like you got people just in it just to say that they in it. So for me, it's like we got to have a discussion at the top. You know what I mean? At the top. Because like I said, all 4 of us could get on board to do anything. You know what I mean? We wholeheartedly believe in everything that each other does. We know how hard it is. We know how long we've been doing it. True, you say you've been in it for 2 to 3 years, but your family been in it since we was young. You know what I mean? Trenton Hurricanes, that's GymWork for me. You know what I mean? Trenton Hurricanes is GymWork. Come on, Sherm.
It is.
Trenton Hurricanes is GymWork for me. And, you know, like, Sherm, that goes without being said. You know what I mean? How long you been doing it? Like, all of us. You seen all of us grow up playing. And I feel like from that time then to now, the goal has never changed. The goal is always to get whoever can get to the next level to the next level. You know what I mean? But I feel like we lost recipes because it has got extremely watered down. It has got extremely watered down. And like I said, the talent pool is not deep at all. And it used to be. It used to be. And I feel like that's due to the fact that we had people that was really doing it the right way. We had the Coach Khaliqs. We had Coach Hunters. We had my dad. We had your dad. We had Coach Lamar. Rest in peace, Coach Lamar. You know what I mean? We had Coach Lamar. These people were just like volunteer. It wasn't about anything other than let's see these kids get to where they need to get. That's what it was about. And it's crazy because like they still shared players back then.
But
it wasn't like an ego thing. It was like, yo, we going to Indiana this weekend. You going to Florida that weekend. All right. You know, what day you have in practice? It wasn't an ego. Like, it was communication. It was like, it was grown people doing things right by the kids at that point in time.
Doing grown people things.
And it's just that right now we don't have that. Like, you really have AAU coaches out here kicking kids off a team because they go to another AAU practice. Like, and then y'all not even doing the same events. Or y'all not doing the same stuff. So it's like, again, like, I mean, as Nas touched on it, Nas put it real right. It's egos. Like, it's really egos that really prevent us from, like, really merging the way we should be merging.
And I ain't gonna lie, I contribute to that egotistical mindset at times. I won't lie about it. But for me, it's not more so me saying I'm the best or we're the best at what we do. It's just more or less me saying that what we have done, we've tested and tried it, and it works.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
You know what I mean?
I tell you all the time, there's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. But one thing I'm gonna say too, they're not committed. Like, the commitment level, just not even the kids, bro, the parents. There's no commitment. Because, like you say, as soon as you say something to somebody that they don't like,
they want to leave.
We about to go play with such and such, or I don't like how he doing this. It's like, we didn't have that choice growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, shout out to, rest in peace, Coach Khaliq. From the time that I was transitioning over from my dad to going to other coaches, he was my first other coach.
Right.
And it was like, it was like, you're gonna go play for coach, you're gonna play with Khaliq, and that's what you're gonna do. You're not playing for nobody else.
We all know how Coach Khaliq.
Right. So it was, and going to that first practice, I know Coach Khaliq from, what's up, nephew? What's going on? How you doing? How you? to now you in the gym with them. It's two totally different people.
And you gotta accept it.
And you gotta, and I had no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I go back to the word commitment. And it's like, I go home like, yo, dad, Coach Khalid crazy. Like, I don't know. So what? Like, you need that. Coach Khalid put this person in college, this person in college, this person in college. He's doing this, that, and the third. You ain't got no choice. And it's like, well, I ain't got no choice.
Even with like,
So it's like that. That's what I'm saying. That commitment part is like, bro, the kids are making their decisions and not the parents.
That's true. I got one more saying that I use. You worry about the wrong shit. You worry about the wrong shit. That's what it is. Parents to kids, from parents to kids to administrators to whoever, to cameramen to whoever. We just worried about the wrong shit. It's not about production anymore. It's not about that. It's literally not about that. Parents only want you to say positive things to their kids. No matter how you say the negative thing, or if you say 10 positive things and one negative thing, the negative thing is always going to get singled out because you can't say nothing negative to my baby. Nothing. And, you know what I mean? Like that is the recipe for disaster right there. That's the recipe for disaster to start. And I feel like all of our coaches that we all had, like Coach Khalid, my dad, your dad, like Sherm, like, and even us going down to us right now, right? Like, we feel like it's our obligation to prepare these kids for the next level. Like, what do y'all think? What do parents think that the kids are gonna get when they go to that college level? I don't care if it's D3, JUCO. Some of these coaches, like, this is their livelihood. So, like, if they don't hold you to that expectation, their kids don't eat. They don't have a roof over their head. And so, like, the views on it is like, for us, like, you just can't be soft. No. Like, we can't do soft because with doing soft is like, we're not preparing you for every coach. And who am I to put my name on the line to send you to a school knowing that you can't properly react to the way that a coach is speaking to you? I feel like if a coach don't put his hands on you or like blatantly get in your face and curse you out, I don't really see too much wrong with what they're doing.
What you was about to say, Sherm? You've been holding on to something for a
minute.
minute.
No, I'm listening to everything y'all say because it's totally right. You know, it's always been they want you to pat them on the back instead of kick them in the ass, and you can't. You know, it's a time for it, and it's definitely a time not for it. You know, so it's always there. Like the egos, everything you guys said is totally right. You know, like we've been facing it for years. You know, so every single thing that y'all hit on was like perfect. You know, and it's just like, you know, the clarity of it is just there.
Right. Go on to the next question. Go ahead.
And so our next question is, how do we draw the fine line between your social media presence, mixtapes, highlight film, you know, or being overconsumed with it? So I'm going to let Nas start this one.
You got to be nice.
You got to be nice.
Amen.
You got to be nice.
You got to be, listen, you got to be nice. You got to be nice. Which camera zooms in the most? You got to be nice.
What's your definition of nice?
Like, bro, listen. You got to be nice. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Because, and I'll be the test dummy. If you got 2 buckets in your, first of all, hold on. Hold on. Let me get this out.
Nah, y'all got me over here.
If your mixtape is 45 seconds and your layup line is 22 seconds of the mixtape, don't post it. Don't post it. You gotta be nice.
I'm gonna say this.
You gotta be nice. Cause yeah,
but if it take more than one game,
not if you nice.
This is the thing.
Not if you nice. Not if you nice.
It don't even gotta take more than one game. Cause you can have you know how crazy a 30-point game will look. Fuck a 30-point, a 20-point game.
Trust me.
15-point.
Trust me.
Because
I did it.
I done seen 8 points look like this nigga got 30.
Hold up, but listen, Rico, let me tell you something.
And I'm like, this nigga had 8.
This is a part of my plight, though. This is a part of my plight. So, like, y'all know, for me, I ran TV media for 5 years, I would say, right? I covered everybody from the number one player in America to the number one player in the CVC. And one thing I will say is that y'all are not fooling me. Y'all not fooling me.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I did that, bro, at a high level.
You did
for
what?
years. I made mixtapes. I did interviews. I was the best at it. The first one to do it. The first one to stand underneath the basket in Mercer County with a camera.
I can agree
put it
with
on
that.
YouTube. Put it on Instagram.
Hold on,
I
let me
was cooking on
let
Instagram
me
when we
say
only
something.
had 15 seconds, y'all.
I can agree with that because I always say I hate him for not getting into the videos maybe a year or two earlier.
That's a
because
fact.
It was around.
not even me. Think about my era, bro.
Yeah, I caught
You
Miles
had
and Mally
games
them
where
after
it was
the fact.
me. I'm gonna take myself out the conclusion. You had games where it was Davon Reed, Josh Williams, Isaiah Johnson, Rasheed Wallace, Shaquan Worthy,
Keep naming
Brian
them. You got more to
Rivers.
go.
Ryan Rivers.
Come on.
Brian Rivers.
They don't even know
this
Brian
is not,
Rivers.
This is not. I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about just in the CVC.
In the CVC.
You had games where there were like Moody Park games where you had Daryl Griffin. Shout out to Daryl Griffin. Daryl Griffin, Dante Jones.
Right.
The Moody Park game.
David Azero gave Brandon Taylor 36. Like, we're
Listen,
not going to talk about
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those games. Think about that team.
Tyler Cole.
Tyler Cole.
Tyler.
But see, the
fucking
thing
Think
is,
about
though,
that team.
That's
Brandon
when being,
Taylor.
That's when being Mercer County nice meant that you was.
Bro. Listen.
That meant you was statewide nice.
Yeah.
When you was nice in the CVC, you was nice in Mercer County.
But if
you was nice in the state.
And that's what I'm saying. Imagine if Kyle bring his camera 2 years before he starts. 1 week, one night you'll have
I'd have been talking
Brandon
3
Taylor,
times the amount of shit.
Charles Cook, Malachi Richardson, Chaz Patterson,
Chad. Oh Lord. Mel Weldon.
Little Mel. Who else? You had
Nas Chew. Come on, we had Nas Chew.
Listen.
We had Nas Chew.
I'm leaving myself
We
out
not
of it.
only
But I'm
yourself,
saying
we had
that
Nas Chew.
I'm leaving myself out of it because I'm talking about it. But you'll have those people on the court at one time versus Daryl Griffin, Dante Jones, David.
Come on, bro. Come on.
You'll have, you know what I'm saying?
And like-
So imagine with real highlights is this Duncan. You got real highlights where it's like I'm watching these mixtape. All right, okay, he got the little
But
layup
like that
going
just
on.
goes back to what
he
I
tying
said.
his shoe.
all that.
He
all
put
that.
he
He
tucking
putting his
in his
sneaks
jersey.
on. Come on, he talking to his mom.
It's 15. Yeah, he talking to his mom, hugging his mom. It's 15 to 20 seconds of this nigga getting ready.
Y'all
And the
not
mixtape
fooling
is only
me.
30 seconds.
Y'all not fooling me. Listen, I used to tell clients going into games that they booked me for, you can't give me at least 8 plays. 8 plays. Okay? 8 plays, whether it's you getting a nice pass, whether it's you making a nice dribble move on the way to the basket. You ain't even gotta make the shot. If you do a nice dribble move on the way to the basket, got a nice drop, I could cut it off and make you look like Kobe. Whether you get a steal, I need 8 of them.
They not even getting
You can't give me 8. Number one, don't expect this video to look the way that Miles has looked when he had 30. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. But like I said, just to piggyback off what I said earlier, like, you can't fool me, man. Like, I'm looking in the mirror. You cannot fool me. I did it for too long.
Man.
Too long.
I really just want to
like-
cut you out. Go ahead, Sean.
like-
Go ahead, Pop.
My biggest thing is this, bro. Like you said, though, like, for me, there's 2 reasons why you have a highlight tape. You got a highlight tape to post on your Instagram for everybody else to see. Then you got a highlight tape that you post on like Twitter, or that you email the coaches, or that you put on your Huddle account for coaches to see.
People don't even know what Huddle is.
They don't even know what Huddle is, but college coaches don't want to see an Instagram video with NBA YoungBoy in the background and a million effects. I feel like the reason why I was so good at what I did was because I knew how to mix the, not music video like effects, but like mix the entertainment with the actual basketball shit. I knew what people wanted to see from like an Instagram standpoint, and I knew what the college coaches wanted to see from like a recruitment standpoint.
I have a question real quick. So you're saying there should be a difference between a mixtape and a highlight tape.
Absolutely.
So-
But you can combine the two. Don't get it twisted. If the person that's recording it is good enough at their job, you can get both. But it starts with the athlete. It don't start with the person behind the camera.
Yeah.
It starts with the athlete, because if you don't produce on the court, I can't get shit done behind the camera.
And to answer your question a little bit more, from personal experience, college coaches want to see the highlights, but that's how you get their attention. Because why you think coaches come out and actually see you play?
It looked real funny in the light when I was at the game and you post a video from the game that I was at.
Right.
And I know you didn't do shit.
Right. And that's what the thing. So like
That's
it's like
the crazy part.
It's like if a kid can an athletic kid got these highlights and he's dunking, he got 10 dunks. A college coach say, when the next time this kid come play? Let me come watch the game. College coaches like highlights, but they want to come to the game. Right. Because if you ever talk to a college coach, they say, does he got film? Right. Does he got film?
Not a highlight.
Film and highlights are two totally different things. But they don't even know that. They say, hey, you got okay, I see your highlights. Do you have any film?
But they not doing it for that though.
No, they not. They don't. But they don't. They you know what they doing it for? For all the young boys be slime, yo, bro. That joint fire, bro.
You know what I mean? Fire
emoji, bro.
Bro. But from like a coaching perspective and like even recruitment, like Nas, I'm glad you touched on that, right? Like we go and like as just regular basketball coaches, right, to recruit for AAU programs or for college coaches like want to know something, we'll go to a game because we see a highlight film. And then like the problem is like we'll go to these games and it ain't nothing in that highlight film that they doing in the game.
At all.
Like it's nothing that you're doing. Like you got all this, you know, all this media stuff going on your page, and it's like, all right, we come to a game, right? Like I don't know about y'all, but for me, I'm not putting my name on something until I watch you do something 3 games in a row, right? Like it got to be 3 games in a row for me to know like you really like that. And it's not like you have to like feel me kill in all those games. You got to make that impact. The same impact every game.
Right. You can impact the game without scoring.
Right, without scoring.
Right.
Without ever scoring, you can still make that impact in the game.
Right.
So like I'm going to watch. Like I can say this. Like when we would go and watch, you know, like we would go watch our people of our era play. Like you didn't know if Trey Lowe was going to get like. You knew he was probably going to get like 20, 25. You just didn't know how it was going to come.
Yep.
So, like, when you went there, it could have been putbacks. It could have been, free throws. It could have been 3-point, whatever it was. But you knew when you watched that film, it was like, all right, this dude is making an impact. Let me go see him play.
Right.
And you would just go and watch him play because you knew what it was.
And to piggyback on what you're saying, like you said, like Kyle said, you don't have to score to be effective.
No.
I've seen like most players play from just, you know, being a player, being a coach, whatever, and they might not have the best game, but it's like
you leave that game knowing he Division I.
He nice because he had an off game. It's like he wouldn't, because how many times have we seen players or told players like, why you shoot that?
Right.
You don't work on that.
Right.
It didn't even look fluent.
Bro,
when you go
it
watch
didn't
a
even
player,
look fluent.
Right, and when you go watch a player and you see you like, all right, he missed that, but he look like he shot that 1,000 times already.
I used to tell people,
correct.
I used to
You know
tell
what I'm
people
saying?
like this, bro. I used to tell people, when Miles was at Seton Hall, right? He used to be in games. It'd be like the second half. It'd be around 12 minutes left in the half. And he would have like maybe 13 or 14 points at that time. Watching the game, I used to tell people, matter of fact, they played Marquette his senior year Big East semifinals. He had like 14 points with like 12 minutes to go. I'm at Speedy House. I'm like, yo, he gonna finish this game with 30. And he like, what make you say that? I'm like, because I just know. Feel me? Like, when you're good, you're good. Miles was always that good. From high school, he was always that good.
Yeah, middle school.
In middle school,
Miles
he was always
great.
that good.
Fat
He
cheese.
just couldn't get
a lot of people,
school.
not to cut you off, but a lot of people think that shit just happened.
No. He
that
just
shit
got in shape.
Right.
And
that
that's what I was
shit
telling
did not
people.
just happen, bro.
You never left a game in high school saying to yourself, like, nah, that kid's not good.
No, never.
You just said, like, he ain't got...
You need to get in shape.
He ain't got the extra oomph. Like, he would have been able to do the same thing he did at Seton Hall at TCA had he been in the shape that he was.
First of all, he was getting 30 at TCA.
He was. He absolutely was.
Like I said, that shit was not. It didn't just happen.
It didn't just happen. No.
It
But I
did
know
not
he's
just
playing
happen.
with Future Stars. And he was doing
That's
that
what I'm
shit.
saying.
Future
Blitz,
Stars.
Blitz,
For
Future Stars.
You know what I'm
He was
saying?
doing
Yeah,
that
like
shit.
you know what I'm saying.
Future
Blitz,
Stars.
all that, like the little, cause Miles, he younger than everybody. So Miles would be on the court. He's like 10 years old, chubby,
three.
but he knocking that shit down.
That shit down.
And it's like, so now when people see it, yo, I'm like, my nigga, I've been saying this since he was,
Bro.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's
that
why I
ain't
used to
nothing
come
new.
like that at Seton Hall, bro. Like I was telling people, like, bro, he just had to get in shape. Literally, he just had to be able to go just as hard as he could in the first half
That's
and
when
last 7 minutes.
and that's where he became
and
a
once
problem.
he was able to achieve that, it was over,
Because
bro.
he was giving
You
niggas
remember when he
buckets.
did the Trey Lowe on them his senior year?
Listen, I was at them games.
Bro, he had like 3 points at halftime, finished the game with like 25.
All right, question is, so with all listening to all of that, players are like they're playing for mixtapes.
Yes.
They're not even, hold on.
They're
Bro,
playing the game.
they're
But
not
I ain't
even-
gonna lie though. I will say
Listen.
this though. I was in the trenches with him, and Miles.
Matter of fact, but no, forget Miles at this time. Shout out Miles, he's great. But being a cameraman, did any player ever ask you, like, or you ever tell them, yo, I need you to do this because I don't have enough? Like I said, are they playing for mixtapes? Or are they playing?
let
What
him
I'll
answer that
say
for
is
y'all.
this: is that like, if you're good, you will get seen. That's just like the reality of it. If you're good, you will get seen. And I don't mean, that doesn't mean if you're getting 25, 23, 27 points a game that you'll get seen, because like all buckets don't translate. That's one thing. All buckets do not translate to every level of basketball.
That's a deeper
But
conversation.
If you are a good basketball player and the things that you do on the basketball court translate at every level, you will get seen.
Right.
I promise you that. Like, there's things that you can do on a basketball court as a first grader that will transfer to the time you get to the NBA if you are fortunate enough to get to that spot.
Basketball is
There are
played
things-
one way.
Exactly. Simple and effective.
It's just different levels.
It's
of
different
it.
levels of
That's
it.
what a lot of people don't understand. It's
like-
played one way.
Absolutely. The things that make the game, the levels more difficult than others are things like physical stature, height, weight, athleticism, stuff like that. But the skills of basketball are,
You only can dribble the ball one way.
you only can
It's
pump
it.
fake one way.
It's-
and
it's
then
it.
effective.
Pump fake one
Everything
way.
You know
is
what I
done.
mean?
You can only
It-
shoot
it
in one.
all
and-
translates.
and-
Things might have
Right.
to get quicker.
Right.
You know what I mean? Things might have to get quicker. You might got to take one less dribble from the 3-point line to the basket and in 12th grade than you do in
Right.
8th grade.
Right.
But the reality of the way that shit looks, it look like a good move in 8th grade. It's going to look like a good move in 12th grade. It's going to look
it's-
a good move in the league.
Basketball is played one way, and and basketball is a game of reaction.
Absolutely.
So, and to piggyback on your question, about is they playing? Yes, they are.
Hell yeah.
Now,
yes,
the,
hell
but
yeah,
the
bro.
one, so I don't. We all know how Instagram works. If you go find a top player in the country, right, one of the top players in the country, click on their Instagram and look at their tag photos.
Yes.
That's all the videos that other people put out.
That
of
they
them.
never posted.
They never posted. That's because, like you said, if you good, you're gonna be seen.
Get seen. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
So, and to continue on what I was saying, like, if you're that good, you don't even have to ask. You're going to a gym and there's 5 cameras sitting there for you. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know they're there.
You don't. Yeah.
You ain't never talked to these
You just
people. None
showing
of that.
up.
You just showed up to play the game, and they there because they know what your name and your skill can do for them.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, and it's crazy because I just touch on this, like, for AAU, right? Like, we get these people to come do mixtapes for our kids or whatever, so we can try to, like, promote them more. But, like, parents don't, like, not even parents, like, kids don't understand that. Like, I have kids that, like, really on AAU, on the AAU side of things, they'll be like, yo, I need my mixtape. And, like, I texted, like, dude, like, yo, what you got of this kid or whatever. And he'd be like, yo, I got 2 plays of him.
Nothing of them.
What as a coach, I can't say nothing to the cameraman because I know you ain't producing no mixtape out of that.
Right.
Like, there's nothing to produce. And that's
Right.
true. And, like, if you go on our page, you know, like, we hired Ja Boogie this year to do our mixtapes from our tournaments. And I told Ja, I don't want no effects. I don't want no music. That shit is to be all basketball. No background music, no slow motion, none of that shit. I needed to be all basketball. And that's because I know that that's what college coaches are trying to see. And at the end of the day, winning is great. Winning is ultra important. Yes, we want to win, but a win for us is y'all getting a free education. And if
That's
you
the
make
only
money off of it, there's no other
win
If
in
you
this.
make money off of the game of basketball further or after you get your education, then so be it.
Yeah.
But that is our number one goal. That's our number one priority. I can't speak for everybody else that are like that are in this AAU space or this grassroots space in Mercer County, period. I can't speak for everybody else and wholeheartedly agree that that's what they believe. And that, to me, is the number one problem.
It is.
That's the number one problem.
It definitely is. And it's crazy, man. I got to keep going back to this mixtape. Sherm, you've been doing this for a long time.
We didn't have mixtapes.
Right, so
I didn't see.
You've been doing this for a long time, so we pretty much are accustomed to the new era, right?
We came in at I'll say this. The mixtape era, it was out during our time, but like we just seen I just seen
had
like
to be nice.
Theo Pinson, Theo Pinson got his own podcast and he was saying like you only would get like a hoop mixtape or Ballers like this.
If you
nobody we knew had none of that.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Those were the pioneer. Like I said, it's crazy. I played against Theo Pinson in 8th grade, and he didn't have no hoop mixtapes and none of that back then.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't you had to be the Brandon Jennings,
Quill Carr,
the Quill Cars.
And what's so crazy is that what people don't know
those real
is that back in the day, them jokers used to come to Trenton to get seen.
Close look at that.
Like jokers was coming to Trenton to
we
get
had
seen,
I
bro.
wanna touch
But I
on
remember we
something.
was fighting over Michael Beasley's shoe.
I want to touch on something being that we talking about Trenton and stuff like that. Let's go to B-ball spotlight.
Right.
Mike Milton had some motherfuckers come through that program.
Yes, he did.
Anybody
Shout out Mike Milton.
Yeah, shout out.
He
shout
had,
out
and one thing that he had, I had a conversation with someone about this last week. He had a gold mine.
Yes.
I don't even think he realized he had a gold mine. That shit that he did when he took that shit to MDC and Atlantic City and his wife, Classic, that shit was crazy. The Clash of the Cup.
Probably 65% in the league.
And he
of
had
the NBA right
I
now.
think Tatum was through
Was
there.
that 65%
Mike,
in the league?
Basketball Spotlight was made hoops before it made hoops.
It was all these shits before
first
they
of all,
were.
basketball.
Marquee,
First of
all
all,
that.
so
Marquee
look,
Hoop Group, they took all his, Hoop Group was still around, but they took all the shit that he did.
So look, a lot of people don't know this. Mike Melton is my goddad.
Yeah.
Mike and my dad's like this. So I was there when he transitioned. At first, he was Metro Hoops.
I remember Metro.
Okay.
That was high school.
And they had
Yeah.
the big navy blue T-shirts.
Yeah, Tyreek Evans. He discovered Tyreek Evans, Kyle Anderson, all of them, Dexter Strickland. But then it was everybody was doing high school.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing elementary and middle school.
So that-
nobody. And then it was he just basketball spotlight, and then it was basketball spotlight was the biggest thing besides Florida, Disney.
Yeah.
They were calling him for
you coming
rankings
from
list for
Cal.
8th grade. Who the top rising freshman? We need to put the list in for the 9th graders because we know everybody that came through your program.
Yeah.
Bro, 65% of the NBA
He did
came
that
through
first Diary of a Baller.
Yeah.
That shit was,
but do
that
y'all
shit was
remember? Y'all
deep.
remember the game of the year when Marvin Bagley and them came over here to play Team Azad?
That was
You remember?
Yeah,
Atlantic City High School.
Atlantic City, yeah.
That joint was sold out.
Yeah.
It was sold out.
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. Nobody knew who the hell Marvin Bagley was in 8th grade. But he came all the way from California, come to New Jersey.
So that old adage, Trenton makes, the world takes, huh?
What?
Seriously.
Seriously.
It's like I said, in bringing that up, it just shows we have a fucking history of basketball. And I don't just mean a history of basketball. I mean a great history of basketball. Mike Milton is from where?
New Jersey.
All right. He started that B-ball spotlight shit. He could have made $10 million. He could have sold that shit to Nike.
Word is life.
He could have sold that shit to Adidas. He could have sold that shit a lot of places.
He had every single
He
sponsor
had
team
what
in
it
there.
was. So like I said, I did want to shout Mike Milton out for that because that was, like I said, to drop from Metro Hoops to go to the middle school. And again, it gets overshadowed because, like I said, We don't forget it. We know it.
Right.
His website still up. It's old.
It's still up.
It's
but
up.
everything, yo.
But it's all there.
Every weekend.
It's all there. So
Type
you
in
used to
B-ball
go
spotlight.
on B-ball Spotlight just to read the diaries of
read.
ball.
To see who
For
on
him
there,
to do the
see
write-ups.
who's who. I'm looking on there every weekend. Like, let me see.
yeah.
Oh, Shep Gardner.
Shep
Gardner. All right. When I see Shep Gardner next time, it's on.
It's on.
Or
What
You
is
wanna know what's crazy though? I was at Penn State 2019. They had the all-white game against Ohio State. I was there with Seth Lundy on his official visit. And Shep Gardner was there, bro.
Wow.
Bro, I'm with Shep. And I'm like, boy, you don't even know. Like, I know who you are, boy. He like, how you know who I am? I'm like, bro, all my homies from Trenton played against you in B-ball spotlight.
B-ball spotlight.
Y'all was
Listen.
youth interlock.
Yes.
I told him, I said, my boy Nas played with Team Nelson. And like, it's crazy because I say all the time, you know, people like Trey Lowe and James, right? And all them, like Mally, like when they get in them big games and like Cameron Indoor Stadium, when they get in them big games at Rutgers, or them even them big high school games where the crowds and stuff is rowdy, like they was prepared for that shit at basketball spotlight.
In fifth grade.
In fifth grade.
Because somebody
bro,
mom was on the
listen.
sideline of that spotlight digging in your ass.
Spotlight.
But
Listen,
somebody dad was
as
on the
a person
sideline, you know
who
what I mean?
came up in Spotlight, bro, listen. So I've played against so many people. Like, not trying to toot my own horn, but around that time between 7th and 8th grade, I was one of the key guys. Like, I matched up with Trevor Dunbar.
Boy, I remember my dad called. We was having that Moody Park game, and Kwani said, "I got a point guard for it because we need a point guard." And sure, here come Nas running in the game.
Bro, imagine bringing Nas.
Like,
Sherm,
come on, bro.
Imagine the what is it? The uproar it would cause if in
Today.
4 games in the Moody Park season this summer, you bringing a Nas Chew caliber player in the 6th grade.
Oh yeah.
Fifth grade. We was
I
in
don't
fifth
like I
grade.
said.
in
Like
fifth
I,
grade.
Mid-season.
Yeah.
I remember, like I said, it's been a very long time, but I remember when you had a Nas Chew, Wade Baldwin, Shaquan, Kason,
Wade Baldwin.
Isaiah Powell.
Wade Baldwin was a lot of these kids.
Isaiah Powell.
Isaiah Powell.
That one drill pull up Isaiah Powell.
Isaiah Powell.
Bro,
You know,
Yo.
I saw all of these.
But they started it though, bro. They was going to San Diego every year for Phenom Camp. I
Phenom
remember
Camp.
that.
Niggas don't even know,
Phenom
bro.
Camp.
Niggas don't even know
Know
about
about
Junior
Phenom
All American.
Camp.
First of all, let me say this. Rest in peace, my boy Nate King. Right,
Yeah.
bro. Listen, I lie to you not. We are in 7th grade. We're going to 8th grade, right? Like you said, spotlight is spotlight. This is maybe 2008. Damn, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
bro. But it's like 2008. I remember the year because I remember this shit. So, we got invited to Junior All American Camp in DC. That's where that's the middle school. That's like the best camp in the country at that time. Nate is there, right? Nate. Nobody know who Nate is. We know who Nate is. Nobody know who Nate is, right? Bro, the first game he had like 37.
Yeah.
The second game he had like 32.
Bro, I remember your dad had Nate and Ronnie on the same
Bro,
team.
the third game this nigga had like 50. He was number 4 in the camp. Out of all the people, now listen, these people that was I can go down that list. You can go down that list and find that list online somewhere. It was people like Kyle Anderson there.
I remember.
Well, Carl Anthony Town, he was younger, but he was young. He younger than us. But it's people like, bro, anybody you think at that time was there.
It was there.
Nate was the number 4 player in the nation.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like Sherm said, the talent in our area, it was always there. It's still there. Like this is the last thing I'm gonna say because I'm going on and on. Somebody like Khalid Lewis, right? I tell him all the time, bro, I'm so mad you stopped playing basketball. He should be in the league. 6'3", 6'4", strong point guard, athletic, the smartest players that I know.
Yeah,
Imagine if he actually just said, all right, fuck it. Bro, first of all, the nigga played at Illinois. started at Illinois as a point guard. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of talent, somebody is like, oh, you think no, he's not a regular nigga, bro. Like he's that. He's always been that. But it's like that's the kind of talent that be hidden in here.
Y'all remember they was dubbing him the freshman phenom.
Bro, he was the dude.
And it's crazy when people don't get like that backcourt with him and Franz. Franz, and Dondre was crazy.
All right, so real quick off of that, then with all that being said, because they're homegrown here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're homegrown here. And you say it's here now. What's stopping it from materializing again?
I told you. We worried about the wrong shit.
Heard about the wrong shit.
That and
Everybody don't know what they doing. I just say, nah, you ain't got to pause and say, oh,
Everyone don't know what they doing.
Everybody don't know what they doing.
everybody
bro.
know what they doing.
They don't know what they doing.
And,
It's a line between training. It's the line between training, working out, and developing.
Okay.
And coaching.
Nobody,
coaching.
It's only a hand. When I say a handful, I'm saying handful because the handful is in the goddamn room. It's only a handful of people that are actually developing. Now, what I said off camera, I'm gonna say it again. I don't give a fuck that he never played. I'm saying this because this is what people say. Never, these two never played basketball.
Yeah, I never played.
Right? Okay, cool. Y'all three never played. I've been in your workout. As a athlete, feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. Feel like I'm at the top of my game. Leaving the Westward in the lab. People don't know about the lab, first of all. People don't know about the lab.
The real lab.
The lab, leaving the Westward, I feel like I'm the best. First of all, I'm feeling like I'm the best player in the area or whatever. I'm leaving the Westward like, shit.
Gotta reconsider.
I gotta step my shit up. I gotta step my shit up. And I'm like you said, the caliber player I was at that time, I'm coming to the lab like, this probably gonna be some bullshit. Man, this Sherm. Sherm always playing around. No. Niggas was in there getting
let me tell you
real work.
something. I got in the lab summer 8th grade year going to 9th grade. Kyle Smith, got in the lab. That was when I knew it was time to start getting myself ready to do what I was going to do after basketball.
It's come. But I have a question though, because again, we've all seen it. You know, like we'll switch topics after this one, but we all seen it because basketball has transitioned. It transitioned from, it used to be what high school you went to.
Right.
Then it went to, now it's on the AAU side. You know, so where do we find that line at?
So I'll say this, right? I was thinking about this summer. I'm glad you brought that up, right? With parents, with AAU coaches, well, I won't say all of them. With parents and with coaches and with the kids even don't really understand is that during the year, especially when you're in high school, you don't have much time to develop. You don't. You really don't have much time to develop. And what kids got to really understand is that because I'm playing games does not mean I'm getting better. Because I'm working out with 3 other people and my AAU coach does not mean I'm getting better. Because I'm working out with 7 or 8 other people in my AAU coach does not mean I'm getting better. You got to understand, like, let's just start in November, right? High school basketball in New Jersey starts in November, right? November to about, what we say, March?
Yeah,
March, right? First week of March, right? Boom. You got maybe a 2 to 3 week period, maybe not even, a week and a half, 2 weeks before AAU start, towards the end of March, right? AAU starts the end of March. You go from March to July. To July, well, you go March to June, then you pause for a little bit in June, then you start back up in July. And you go from July all the way to July, you done in August, right? So there, in June, that time right there, you got time to really develop. Because I feel like as long as I'm playing games during the week, I can't really develop.
So look,
develop is going to the gym in the morning.
Right.
Develop is going to the gym at night.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not to cut you off. I'm glad you brought that up because the pay to play.
Oh, I got one thing.
Is the worst thing to
I
ever
tell kids all the
happen.
time, Rico, if it ain't for free, it ain't for me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's the
when you know you nice.
The pay to play aspect is the worst because first and foremost, now all these parents are paying for their kids to play AAU, but they're not developing, like you said.
No, they're not
Like,
developing.
Think about how many people that was so good in our era that didn't play AAU.
Bro, I played basketball year round and played AAU 1 year. That was when I was 8 years old.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and so, bring up somebody like I want to say, let's say, he played AAU. I can't think about the top of my head, but a lot of people from our era didn't play AAU. They were in the lab or just playing basketball. Like I say this a lot, right? And people think I'm crazy when I say this. Bro, coming back home and playing outside at the West Ward in Moody Park, Shady Brook, wherever, that was the best basketball that I've ever played. Playing AAU was great, bro. I played AAU on the highest level. Coming home and playing against the people that don't play AAU is better basketball than AAU.
That's a fact.
Because think about how many people was good.
But they don't even do that, bro.
They don't even play pickup basketball.
We walk around, we go around, or I drive around in Trenton. Like I work in Trenton. I work for the public schools. I'm a truancy officer. I ride around on 80, 85 degree days where like the sun ain't beaming, it ain't over, you know what I mean? And there's nobody outside.
Bro, the video got like how many views? 3 million. It got like millions of views of me. Just I'm going there 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Like,
nobody there.
I'm thinking like it's probably gonna be mad people here. I gotta find me in court. It's good ghost town.
Bro, you see tumbleweeds go through that bitch.
Bro, I'm like, what the? I'm like, nah.
But see, the thing is though, bro, they don't like, and that's my thing though. Like, they don't develop their games, bro. They too busy playing in meaningless shit that don't got nothing to do with nothing. Like piggyback off of what I said, right? So you get done playing basketball for AAU in July. You got August, September, October, and then we start back up in November. That's 3 months right there where you can really develop. I tell kids and I tell parents all the time, summer ain't over until November. Summer is not over until November, all right? Because in the summer, while you're traveling, while you're playing AAU games, while you're playing summer league games, you're not getting better. You're just playing. When have you had the time to seriously get in the lab and work on things and rep things day after day? When have you had the time to do that? Trey Lowe used to get out of school in September all the way up to November. Used to get out of school, go to Deuces, get a full strength and conditioning and basketball workout in.
R.I.P. Deuce.
R.I.P. Deuce. R.I.P. Deuce. One of the original ones that did it the right way.
Bro.
A lot of people ain't like Deuce, but he did it the right way. Feel me? Go to Deuce. Then after that, come back to Young High and go to open gym. These kids go to open gym at 6 o'clock and thinking that's enough.
That's the only thing they do.
You not developing, bro.
First of all, shout out to Trey Lowe. That boy is supposed to go to the league. Shout out to Trey Lowe.
We ain't gonna get to
Listen,
that story.
if nobody don't do it,
Shout out T. Lowe.
Shout out to Trey Lowe.
The GOAT.
I talk about Trey Lowe all the time. Trey Lowe was supposed to at least get a shot.
I say this controversially. If y'all want to make it like that, I say this. My opinion. That man had a chance to be the best to come out of here. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, you mean like as far as the CVC or just out here?
Period, bro. Period. Trey Lowe had I think the ceiling was as high as it can be, bro. When you talk from like a character standpoint, you talking about from like his age. The way I evaluate basketball players right now, like you look at Trey as somebody like, damn, he could have been somebody to develop at the mid-major level and became like a really good player in the NBA.
A really good player in the NBA. That's what I said.
I think he
was
could have.
supposed to
He was supposed to go there,
like,
bro.
Bro, I've seen a lot of people, bro, like played against a lot of people, and I've said no, and I've said yeah. He's one of my years.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
G League at least.
At least.
With the 4 year, with how many years he needed in college to develop into his body, to develop his game. First of all, he just was naturally.
Trey was a 17-year-old senior. His birthday was in February.
Yeah, because
when
he was playing AAU, he was always younger than
Yeah,
everybody.
Trey
I
was
do remember that.
Trey was a 17-year-old senior. His birthday was in February, bro. And
Nah,
he-
for real.
You know
Shout
what I
out
mean?
to Trey
Like,
Lowe, for real.
but they don't understand though. Like, Trey put in work. He put in work. Trey took his bumps, took his bruises. All them put in work, bro.
People don't
While
understand
Miles was
how,
home after he got kicked out of prep school that year after he graduated from TCA, we was putting in work.
That's
We
what
did
it
what we
takes.
was doing on the side, but we was. I ain't care if we had to go to the half court at Avalon Apartments behind Quaker Bridge Mall.
Work.
We was putting in work.
So being that you said that, what's the difference then? What's the difference now? Because we didn't have shit. We didn't have Planet Fitness, Team 85, all these shits that's around here now.
They did
With
about
all
any
the accessibility that they have now, what's stopping it?
I can tell you, and I'm blaming this on like the city, bro.
The city.
I'm blaming that on the city because all right, think about this.
Because
growing
all
up.
them shits used to be open. Holland,
think
Hedgepath,
about this, bro.
Sam Naples. They
I'm-
opening now, but
As a fifth grader, this is my schedule. Monday, I got a game at Weed and Seed. Wednesday, I got a game at the Westford.
boys and girls.
Tuesday, I'm practicing. I'm practicing with the Hurricanes, like you said. Wednesday, I got a game at Boys and Girls Club. Probably Friday, Tim Dog. Shout out to Tim
Dog Showcase.
You got a Tim Dog Showcase every other week. So you got a game on Friday.
And that was real
Saturday. I'm a Trenton Powell.
Trenton Powell.
Saturday morning, I got a Trenton Powell game
Trenton
plus the
Powell.
tournament that I'm playing in later on that day. Trenton Powell, I got games from 8 to 10. Now I just named 3 different junior. What's that? Junior 3. Junior 3 is Weed and Seed. West Ward. Junior 2 is Trenton Powell. And so those are 3 different gyms that's open. None of the gyms are open. There's no more league. There's 1 league left, 2 leagues left. Y'all and Martin House. That's it. Shout out to Keisha though. Keisha bringing it back. So shout out to you, Keisha. Keisha bringing it back. But
sure.
difference is there's no more. It's no more access. The kids, there's no more access.
YMCA League. YMCA League used to be
YMCA.
crazy. And he did that like 2 sessions. That used to be something. So Greg Grant League in the summer.
Ray Grant League.
You know, so the lack of leagues, again, like the park leagues are great. Moody Park, what they trying to do with Catwater is all great. But we got to get them other gyms and stuff back open. We got to get all that stuff back to its original state because, again, it's so much more basketball now. We know so much more about basketball. There's a lot of people that can help and deal with it, but all the shit that worked, we got to get back to making it work.
That's a fact.
You know, we got to get back to making it work. So, yeah, the city.
People at the top got to get on the same page.
We do. You know, people at the top do have to get on the same page as everyone. You know, so it's like I said, guys, it's actually been an honor, like being in here with you guys, especially like I said, seeing you guys play and everything. And then, like I said, I went to school with your brother, and your brother was a head case at McCorston, but he was a fucking phenomenal basketball player.
Yeah.
Seeing how your dad used to push him, seeing how your dad used to push you guys in the gym every single time we'd come in there and hit development of that. So when you see all of that, this is like 2008 type shit and stuff like that. So, I'm getting up there, but seeing you guys come up there is just amazing. So that's a good thing. But like I said, actually been an honor being in here with you guys. And those who listen to our information today, just take a lot from it because, again, we're not just sitting here talking. There's a lot of good shit basketball-wise that it could do for you and can be done. It's just, again, you got to stop worrying about the wrong shit.
Facts.
Stop thinking you're nice and actually become nice because this motherfucker was nice.
Was not?
He was nice, and, like, really nice. So, and come from a family of motherfuckers that was nice, So, again, like, all this shit's important across the board. So, we just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in. Again, shout out to Trenton Talks.
It's a fact.
5 years. and counting. And counting. So
Gotta respect the
I'm
work.
proud of you, bro.
and counting.
I don't
Gotta
care if it's
respect the
mushy. I'm
work.
proud
Definitely
of you.
gotta respect the work.
I'm
Shit ain't
proud
easy.
of
Oh,
you,
we didn't
bro.
even bring up Shady Brook, the Wilk.
Fact.
I remember when you
Bro.
took that shit from the Wilk to Shady Brook to
Bro.
Mercer County Park.
They don't remember the 3-on-3.
They don't remember the
tournaments.
3-on-3
The
shit.
2-on-2, bro.
I remember. I was there. TV Media was present.
Listen,
It's crazy
Bro.
because he posted them videos the other day, and I had to go look back. Like, damn, I was
Yeah.
really at all
bro,
them
he
shit.
was there. He was the cameraman.
I was
That's why
at all
I
them
was like,
shits.
damn, it's mad. But
What's
yo,
his
listen,
name?
I'm proud of you, bro. Like,
Fact.
you know, I met you when we was 4th, 5th grade. So to see where, like, one thing I can say about you though, your drive was always there.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes your drive would piss me off because he might be the most believing this motherfucker I've ever met.
Yeah.
To the point that I'm like, bro, you crazy as hell. Nah, I'm dead serious. And then now we bumping heads. Like, I'm like, bro, you retarded.
Yeah.
Like, relax. And then the shit happening within weeks, and he like, I told you so.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Trenton Talks. Shout out
sir.
to Mama Lou.
And,
I don't give a fuck if it's mushy or not, bro. I'm proud of you, bro.
And last thing I'm gonna end with, again, like being that we're all here, again, we don't all have to agree about everything. We don't. You can have difference of opinions, but again, difference of opinions when you're working in business, you have to. You can't have people who agree everything you say. You know, like if Sean says something I don't agree with, Sean, I don't agree with it, we're not gonna have a problem. You know, he'll be like, why you don't agree with it? This why? Same with Sherm, that's not it. That's how I gotta be. Like, don't take things personal. Kids, coaches, parents, anything. Don't take this shit personal. We're all trying to help each other out one way or another, especially as coaches. We don't do shit for any other reason but to help promote the game of basketball. So don't take things personal. You know, like whether it's like I said, Dion still, motherfucker, what are you doing? Still to this day. And when I see it, I'm like, shit, they ain't changed, but that shit was needed. You know, Mr. Smitty is still getting my face. Kareem. And still to this day, so again, stop taking things personal, everyone. It's like this shit is a reason for it all.
That's a
There's
fact.
a reason for it all.
Like they say, be worried if we didn't say anything.
I wouldn't say nothing to you if you wasn't good.
It's a fact. Or if you're in the
If you wasn't
potential,
worth my time and my words, I wouldn't even say nothing to you.
one thing, man, we're better together, y'all. Better together.